Hello and welcome to Cross Cards and Collectibles. Cross Cards and Collectibles has been expanding the enterprise. We have been commissioned to sell this, a Mega Magic the Gathering collection. This is pretty insane. I haven't been doing too much YouTube stuff lately, mainly because I've been sifting through this. This is 22 binders of stacked 1990s Magic cards. It's taken me a little bit to get my head around it. This is what we're dealing with. Binders stacked like this. Stacked. These are not just back-to-back binders. They are 4 deep minimum. Sometimes, I wonder if that's worth some money. I really haven't got my head around this fully yet, but these binders are stacked. Each binder I've found so far, I've gone through literally 4 of them. Each binder has minimum 1,000 cards in it. And I've got 22 binders. So it's pretty crazy. I'm going to take you through some of the cooler stuff I found. But yeah, young fella that I know asked me what would I do with this. So we gave him a few options. First option was it needs to all be re-sleeved. It's been really looked after. If you have a look here, these have been sleeved in these binders impeccably. Most of these cards have also been soft sleeved additionally. So it's a lot to go through. It's probably been done 30 years ago. Most of the cards are from the early to mid 1990s, like 94 to 97 type scenario. But the whole thing needed a refresh. So option number 1 was probably spend $1,000 on re-sleeving everything. Option 2 was just hock it off as one big bulk lot. You'd probably get maybe 10 to 20 grand. Maybe there'd be a bit of a bidding war because there's some good stuff in there. Third option was go gangbusters and try and go for maximum dollars. So that's what he agreed to do, and that's what we are, I'd love to say in the middle of doing, but we're about 5% into it, and it's been about 3 weeks of my life so far. So that's what we're dealing with. We've got one real odd thing in here. A 1993 full set of Ultra Fleer, which was kind of cool because it had this. If I pull this out, I'll try and be careful. It had this. I'd never seen this card. This Michael Jordan card here as a PSA 10 last sold for $35,000. Now, that one I've already looked at under a microscope. It is not selling for, it is not getting a 10. It might be lucky to get an 8, but it's still crazy rare in a Magic the Gathering binder. As you can see, this one's been chewed by the ratty rats. So I think it was definitely about time that this got sorted out so we could get it kind of in the hands of some people who would appreciate it. I'm not saying that the owner of this doesn't appreciate it. Him and his family are massive Magic the Gathering people. But there's only so long these things last in Tupperware boxes, so and storage boxes. So they've done the right thing. They've gone, let's make some money out of it, and this is going to be a bit of a journey over the next probably 12 months to 3 years. Hopefully not 3 years, but the numbers are staggering. So let's head out onto the desk that I've had to create for this literal collection and show you what we've got. All right, so Cross Cards and Collectibles has progressed from the dining room table to now lashing out for its own desk. So we're looking in the vicinity of 25 to maybe 35,000 cards in this Magic the Gathering collection. So we've had to fork out for some supplies here. So you can see a little drawer of almost soft and hard sleeves there that we've had. We have to get storage boxes galore. It's pretty crazy. Got my microscope that I've had for a while over there that I use to see what cards are worth grading. starting to develop a little bit of a system. Over here is, you can't call it junk, let's just call it bulk, but this is all the cards that I've dug out so far that are worth under $5. And trust me, when I say under $5, you're probably looking at every card here averaging about $2.50 each, based on the values I've been able to dig up. So you're looking at about 1,000 cards in that box, 1,000 cards in that box, and this card box here is well on the way to being full. We've got a few that I'm sorting through there, and then we've got some of the better cards over here. So I'm kind of sorting them $5 to $9 lots, 10 to 19, 20 to 29, and then 30 to 49, and then there's some of the big dogs over here that we're going to have a closer look at. So having to develop a little bit of a system to get through this, so we make it well worth the young man's trust in me to get this done. We're going for top dollar. So let's have a little look-see at some of these better cards over here. Okay, so what we've got here is some of the cards that I've already listed on eBay. So we've got this channel card. I believe it's about a $20 card, but eBay will tell me. I can't read the writing on some of these. There we go. Sol Ring. The Magic people out there are fuming that I've got my hands on these because I literally know nothing. I know less than nothing now, more than nothing, sorry, because I've had to do a fair bit of research on these cards. So we've got a Mana Vault here. I've got one of these. I've got about 8 of them. Just this one is for sale. It's got a bid on it for $91 at the moment. The Mana Vault. From about 1994, I believe. I'm starting to learn about all the series. I'm definitely not going to stick my neck out there and say it on camera because I'll mess it up and you guys will giggle at me. But that there, probably $100 card. We'll see what sort of fight is on our hands with the auction there. A few of these other cards here, I've put them up because they're kind of $20 to $50 cards maybe. I don't know a lot about them. I think the art on these cards for mid-90s is pretty in-depth. For those who don't know anything about Magic the Gathering, it's kind of like the OG card game. It's pre-Pokemon. So we're talking 1993. The Alpha set came about. I think this is a particularly cool card. The art on that is just insane. This is before ChatGPT could actually invent something like that. People had to do this stuff by hand and talent. This is an ugly card, but it's worth money. It's crazy. What do we got? The Black Vice. It's terrible, but worth money. No alpha or beta editions in this card, but we've basically got everything after it. Which still is worth good money, but gee, I would have been happy if there was an alpha and a beta. From what I've learned, that stuff can sell for crazy money. So there's no crazy money here. There's good money here, don't get me wrong. Let's have a little look through this is just what I've dug out through three or four binders I've done so far. 22, remember, to get through. This is just 3 or 4 binders. So we've got our $50 to our $100 cards here. There's usually lots of double ups. Like, it's interesting going through them because I'm starting to get a little bit of a feel for what cards could be worth money and what tend to go into the $5 and under box, although this one here threw me completely. Apparently that's worth something. Aladdin. It's not a great looking card, but worth somewhere between $50 and $100. I can't remember exactly off the top of my head now. I've looked at too many cards lately. All right, we're starting to get into the big dogs now. All right, we've got Berserk here, which I think is a weird looking card, but I sold one of these the other day for $102, so worth money. So this one here is an interesting one because if you recall, I just had that one up. The white border, black border, puts it in a different price bracket. Fewer of these printed, therefore it's worth more money. When I saw this one, I had a feeling it was going to be worth money. There is a white border one of this one in there somewhere. It's worth literally $5, but these ones are sought after. We've got a few more of the Mana Vaults here just to make people out there cry, going, why has this man got 6 of them? There's 5 here and there's another one in the already listed $91 bracket. It's crazy. Then this is one that I think everyone out there in Magic World knows, is the Wheel of Fortune. It's worth money. I sold one of these last week for $340. These ones, maybe 1 or 2 of these, I'll look at getting them graded. The Magic the Gathering, it's really only the super collector type cards that they like graded. Most of them want to play with these. The person who bought this emailed me, especially after purchasing, said, could you express it to me? I'll pay the extra postage. I didn't charge them the extra postage, but we sent it to them because they wanted to play it that weekend. $340 card and they're going to play it. That's a Michael Jordan card. I'm not letting you touch the damn thing. But yeah, they're playing it. They're committed. They love it. All right, so that's the $100 to $500. Now, you go, what the hell? There's another bracket. There is one more bracket. We're going to 500 plus. This little collection here, look at the amount of them. It is insane. I don't think I'm going to find any more of these dual land cards, the ones with this little kind of maze-like swirly pattern here. I don't think I'm going to find any more of them in there because I did, once I learnt about these cards being worth a heap. These ones here, Badlands, sold a really rough one of these last week for $500. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 Badland cards, and they are in great condition. They have not been played. They are exceptional. Whoever owned these looked after them. They're probably $700 or $800 each. It's insane. So the next one we've got here is Under the Sea, or Underland Sea, Underground Sea, sorry, Underground Sea. We've got one of them. I know it's worth more than $500 because it went into that box. Next one is Tundra. One of them. Most of these are somewhere between the $500 to $1,000 mark. Talgia, I think that is. You guys can correct me in the comments. Plateau. Underground Sea again. I think that's the second one. Again, a few repeats. It's crazy, the repeats. Plateau. Again, we're up in the mountains there. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, sold one of these. Scrubland, I think. Oh, no, Bayou. Sorry, Bayou. That is a disgusting card. Like, what the hell? Typical 1990s kind of print, but I had a really bad version of this one. Like, it was there was no creases or anything, but basically marks all around the edges. It had been played. It had not been looked after. A person bought that for $340. Now, these two that I've got left are in impeccable shape. So they're going plus 500 for sure. And then we get into some of the big dogs. I've seen these cards. Oh, there's another one, not just to show off. There's just another one of them there. So we've got a few volcanoes now, a couple of volcanoes. These things go for $1,000. And these are in unbelievable condition. I'm putting these under the microscope at some point, and these will probably go off for grading. At least one of them anyway, at least one. Oh, look at that. There's a lazy third. Print quality, pretty crazy in the 90s. Just different print runs, completely different colorings. So, but yeah, they'll go, most likely at least 1 or 2 of them will head off for grading because they are in great nick. We've got Scrublands again. Is it? No, Savannah. I can't quite zone in on it. My eyes aren't the best. So anyway, look at that. I don't know. You guys can do the count out there. It's insane what's here. Then, I wish I'd saved this one for last now, because that doesn't really look a lot different to what I'd be looking at 1,000 times a night at the moment, trying to scroll through these cards and get all the values and sort them all out into my little storage boxes. But this card here is apparently something along the lines of a $1,500 card. potentially up around $3,000 if we get it graded. It's in great nick. It's got a bit of a dent up here, which I'm not so pumped about. So this one may, unfortunately, end up going off for sale raw. I don't think it hurts it. Like the card, it's got a dent. It's not going to grade. It's probably going to get an 8. And I don't think that hurts its value at all with regard to how these things grade and sell. I think you could go as low as about a 6 before you drop down below the $1,500 mark. So it's pretty crazy. What are we calling it? The Time Vault. The Time Vault. Crazy sought after card. I'm hoping there's more. I found one. I'd have to think there's at least another one. Knowing this set, there could be a whole page of them. It is just insane. And then another card that's worth a little bit of money is this Lion's Eye Diamond. I'm positive, I've only found the one that I've dug out. I'm positive I saw a whole page of these. So these are like a $700 or $800 card raw. Again, this one is in great nick, so could be worth grading, I'm not sure. But yeah, I got a feeling there's a whole page in one of those binders in there, so looking forward to getting through the lot of it. It's pretty insane. Like I said, best part of at least 25,000 cards I'll be working my way through. So if you're, there's a link in my description there for my eBay store. Get in my eBay store, keep looking, save my eBay store, get alerts and all that kind of stuff when I'm listing this kind of stuff, because you don't want to miss out on these cards. There may not be too many of the super good ones, and you're going to need to jump on them because once they're gone, they're gone. I don't think these collectors relinquish them very easily once you've bought them. So I'm going to put that one at the front because this is my personal favourite. Why? Because it's worth the most amount of money. There you go. Time Vault. All right, guys. Crofts Cards and Collectibles. Stay tuned for more on this Magic the Gathering collection. It's insane. Thank you to the person who is giving me the responsibility for doing this. I do really appreciate it. More episodes coming on this. Also from Squish 237. Lots more stuff coming in the future. Talk soon. Bye.